Hey everyone, today we will talk about subject-verb agreement.
What is the basic rule in the subject-verb agreement? The grammatical rule in the English language in which the verb in a sentence must agree to its subject.
Number 1. Subject and verb must agree in numbers. So this means that if the subject are singular, the verb must be singular. While if the subject is plural, the verb must be plural as also. In short, they must be matched in numbers. And this is the example for singular. The cat runs fast. The cat word is the subject and the runs is a verb. And this is the example for the plural. The cat runs fast. The cat's word is the subject and the run is the verb. Number 2. The pronoun you, whether singular or plural, takes a plural verb. For example, you are my best friend. The word you is the pronoun while the are is the plural verb.
So, number 3, don't get confused by words between subject and the verb because sometimes there are extra words between the subject and the verb, and these words are called intervening words. Example of intervening words are including with, together with, as well as including, in coordination with, and etc. So these words do not change whether the verb is singular or plural, but the verb must always match the main subject. So number 4, prepositional phrases don't change the verb. A prepositional phrase is a group of words that starts with a preposition like of, in, from, on, at, and etc. These phrases give more details but do not affect the verb. But the verb still needs to agree with the main subject, not the noun in the phrase. So here are the examples. Number 1, the doors of the academic building need to be repainted. So the main subject is doors, which is plural, so we use need, not needs. So number 2 example, the order of the 3 ladies has not yet been delivered. So the main subject is order, which is singular, so we use has, not have. So remember that always look at the main subject before the prepositional phrase to decide the correct verb.
Sentence structure with there or her. When the sentence begins there or her, the subject comes after the verb. In standard English word order, subject usually comes before verb. However, when sentences start with there or her, this order is reversed. For example, there is a problem with your eyes, so the subject is a problem. The verb is. And also another one example. Here are the papers you requested. In question, the subject does not always come before the verb. You must identify the subject carefully to use the correct verb form. English questions often invert in the usual subject-verb order. This can make it tricky to decide which verb form to use, especially when checking for subject-verb agreement. For examples, does mother usually stay home on weekends? So the subject is mother. The auxiliary verb does. The subject comes after the auxiliary. Another example. When are the documents I requested you to submit? So the subject is the documents and the verb is are. The question format puts the verb before the subject.
Two subjects joined by unusually placed verb, when and connects to the principal refers to the one person or thing described in two ways. The subject is singular, so the verb must be singular. For example, my friend and neighbor is very kind. One person with two titles, so singular verb. Another example, the author and illustrator of the book has arrived. One person who is both author and illustrator, so singular verb has.
Hi everyone, so let's start our report as all about verb. So, when a compound subject consists of both negative and positive elements, the verb agrees with the nearest element, which is typically the affirmative one. This is known the proximity rule. Examples: no one except my friends is coming to the party. The verb to use is agrees with the affirmative element friends, which is closest to the verb, because no one except my friends is coming to the party. So, however, it's worth noting that the rule can sometimes lead to awkward sentence constructions. In such cases, rephrasing the sentence can improve clarity. Example: the teacher, not the students, is attending the meeting. The teacher is attending the meeting, but none of the students are. It's clear there that the teacher was attending the meeting and not the students. When words like each, every, or no precede the subject, they are considered distributive determiners. These words typically take a singular verb form even if they refer to a plural noun or a group. For example, each student has a group. The verb has is singular, agreeing each student as a single unit. That's all. Thank you.
Number 11. When two or more singular subjects are connected by words like or, nor, either, or, neither nor, or not only but also, the verb should be singular. This is because this conjunction treats the subject as alternatives, focusing on one at a time. Examples: either the cat or the dog is going to get the job. Neither John nor Mary is available to help. Not only the book but also the pen was lost. The verb agrees with the subject closest to it when using either or, neither nor, if one subject is singular and the other is plural. Number 2. When two or more plural subjects are connected by words like or, nor, either, or, neither nor, or not only but also, the verb should be plural. Examples: either the cats or the dogs are going to get the kids. Neither John's parents nor Mary's siblings are available to him. Not only the books but also the pens were lost. The verb agrees with the subject closest to it when using either or neither nor if one subject is singular and the other is plural. The exception is mixed singular and plural subject. When one subject is singular and the other is plural, the verb agrees with the subject that is closest to the verb. This applies primarily to either or and neither nor construction. Examples: either the students or the teacher is responsible. Singular verb because teacher is closer. Either the teacher or the subject are responsible. Plural verb because students is closer. Neither the manager nor the employees are happy with the decision. Plural verb because employees is closer. Neither the employees nor the manager is happy with the decision. Singular verb because manager is closer.
Number 13. If one subject is singular and one plural and the word are connected by the words or, nor, neither, or either, or and not only but also, you see the verb from the subject that is nearer to the verb. For example, neither the project nor the term paper was submitted by the students. So the nearest subject to the verb is term paper. Term paper is singular. So use was. Was is singular verb. Another example. Either you or I am assigned the protector the examination. The nearest subject to the verb is I. So use verb that matches I.